Thank you so much, Wendy. Again, really appreciate being here. Thank you for having me. So welcome everyone. I really appreciate everyone being here, and excited about presenting to you your PMO's value. How will you discover it? When it mentioned, a bit of an intro about me, so I'm not going to go bore you with another one, but I did want to mention to you. I know there was a focus on personal and professional development, and based on that, I wanted to let you know that I am also a LinkedIn Learning author with a course on setting up a PMOs. LinkedIn Learning is also known as lynda.com because LinkedIn Learning bought lynda.com. So, either a lot of focus of people I know who are not familiar with LinkedIn Learning are familiar with lynda.com. And I'm also an IDG influencer, which, as you may know, owns CIO.com. So, one of the I did want to go ahead and mention to you about why I do what I do. I coach uh, PMO leaders specifically on making sure that the PMOs are set up or evolving correctly. And the reason why I do this is because one stat really haunts me. I'm sure a lot of you might have heard this stat already. Is right, the Association for Project Management, that 50% of PMOs fail 3 years since their inception. So if I went ahead and started a PMO today and you asked me, hey Hussein, will it be a success or do you think it's going to be a failure? I can literally go ahead and flip up a coin and say heads is going to fail or tails is going to succeed. And you and I, very well know that the value of PMOs is far, far greater than the probability of a coin toss. And there are multiple reasons why that stat exists. We won't go into too much detail about that right now. It could be based on the perception or expectations of the PMO. Um, but I think largely it's also because of the fact that PMO leaders aren't ready to take up that role. And it's not necessarily a fault of their own. They're usually thrust into the position when they're not ready or not given the right time or the support to make it happen, um, uh, or just the expectations from them are unrealistic. And if they're in the first time, doing it for the first time, the capacity for them to push back on them is not strong. And so I found that helping PMO leaders who are in those positions can perhaps make a dent, if you will, in improving the probability of PMO success. And that's really why I do what I do. And now I just want to go ahead and make sure that I learn a bit about you. So I'm curious why, we have about 47 people who are in the attendees list right now, and I'm very curious, why are you here? And you guys can go ahead. There's a chat button, third circle on from the right at the bottom of your screen. And if any of these apply to you, I'd love for you to go ahead and write it out and say, yeah. So are you here because you're a PMO sponsor? If so, if you could please chat in yes, that'd be great. Again, the chat button is the third button from the right at the bottom of your screen. Okay, okay. So we've got a few others. One, is anybody here setting up a PMO for the first time? Okay. Is anybody here want to become a PMO leader one day? All right. And are you a project manager currently in the PMO? Okay. Great. So we've got some folks who want to become a PMO leader one day, some people who are project managers, and then we have a lot of others. I'm curious, all of those of you who have typed in other, What brings you here? I'm curious. All right. I think in the learning and PDUs, PD learning. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Most of you guys are here for PDUs or just learning something that is beyond what you guys do. Okay. Susanna is a PMO leader. Fantastic. All right. Great. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about your project management experience. So, go ahead and please type in whichever applies to you. If you're, and this is all relative, and there's no shame in being either one. Everybody starts from somewhere, and everyone is usually in a different part of their career journey. So, go ahead and type in if you're low, medium, high, or you're really not into project management. Okay, we've got a bunch of highs, some mediums, okay, a few lows, but most of you guys have typed in as highs. Great, great, lovely. All right. And then what company size do you guys usually are currently in? Is it a small company, a medium company, or a large size company? Okay, large, medium, 500 plus, that's large, large. Okay, we've got one small. John works in a small company. Raymond works in a medium organization. All right. Large and medium. Robert, do you work for two organizations? All right. Great. Well, thank you so much. Robert did. Okay, so you used to work for a large organization. Now you work for a medium organization. Got it. Great. Well, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that. It always is a pleasure to learn about, who you're speaking with. And I know in webinars it can become a bit difficult, but thanks to technology, we can get this thing going and have a bit of interaction going. Great. Well, thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate that. Now, I want to go ahead and start, sharing with you the story of a PMO. So, I mean, like I mentioned to you earlier in the chat, that one of the clients that I work for is a global leader in local e-commerce, and they had a fast-paced, get-it-done culture. And within their global customer operations team, they really, really needed to have a PMO setup. And, that was something that became super apparent to them. And so they went ahead and brought in someone who was from the outside, who was...
Hi there, I hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN to earn, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.